Imagine being love. When the world is turned upside down, love gives hope. When it feels as if there's no way out, love opens a door. When you have to make the most difficult decision of your life, love guides you. When you are faced with an unplanned pregnancy, love gives of itself. Unplanned pregnancies amongst teenage girls are reaching alarming levels. In Johannesburg alone, 5,000 schoolgirls will give birth during 2011. A study looking at pregnancy rates among South African school-going learners revealed that 62 out of every 1,000 female pupils below the age of 18 fell pregnant. But teenage pregnancies tell only half the story. An unplanned pregnancy can happen to anyone. Fortunately, you don't have to deal with an unplanned pregnancy on your own. You have options, and depending on the option you choose, help, caring, compassionate help is at hand. Adoption is such an option.
Adoption is another option that women can consider when faced with a crisis pregnancy. There are many various options available there that a professional counselor will go through with the women facing a crisis pregnancy.
Deciding to give your child up for adoption is one of the most difficult decisions you will ever make.
When a mother gives a child up for adoption, the child is never taken away from them. It is purely her choice. And the counselling really lets her just look at all the options available to her. Whether she'd be able to keep the child as a single parent, whether there's anyone in her family or community who could help her care for the child, whether the father can be a support to her.
I was 14 when I felt pregnant, so I have all these thoughts, must I do abortion, and all this pressure on me, and I didn't know what to do really. So something came into my head, what about adoption? So I chose adoption, because I just want to give my child the best, and it was the best decision I can ever do.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was the most amazing thing I've ever done.
I found out that I was pregnant. I was 13 years old, and then I decided to give the baby for adoption when I was 14 years old, just for him to have a better life. I thought it's maybe gonna be good for someone, not like being selfish for myself, just for helping other women who can have babies.
Adoption is an act of love, and the biological mothers also see it in that way, in that they realize that they've been unselfish in making this decision. By this I mean that they've put this child first and they come last. And this decision, it's important that they make it looking at the best interest of the child.
At this stage, it is assumed that the birth mother and father has received adoption counselling to weigh up the long and short term, as well as legal, financial, physical, and emotional implications of the choices, and is satisfied that adoption is the route they will take.
It's better than having an abortion, that I can tell, because you're giving your child to people who will take care of her and give her the best that I couldn't have done for her because I've got other kids. When I was young, I have this dream of taking my kids everywhere, providing everything they needed. But now I'm living my dream through her, because she's gonna have the best of everything.
Giving your baby up for adoption is the most unselfish gift of love you can ever give to anybody else. So yes, for me, adoption is love, 100%. You have to love that child enough to put his or her needs before your own.
We did meet the birth mother, and it was amazing. I don't think you can ever thank her enough. She gave us the best gift in life. And I've got so much respect for her, because I think it was such a difficult decision for her, although she knows it's the best for her child.
Thousands of women are faced with the same heart-wrenching decision every year, and sadly, many are unaware of the options available to them. When you're facing an unplanned pregnancy, understanding your options will help you make the right decision for your life. Contact us on 0800 864 658 and we'll refer you to an experienced social worker who will understand your situation, explain the different options to you, and provide you with counselling and assistance no matter which option you choose. Perhaps you know of someone who is facing an unplanned pregnancy right now. Be the love in their life and tell them about the option of adoption. Because when you're facing the toughest decision of your life, love gives you the strength to envision a bright future for you and your baby. Let us all consider adoption as an option. Just imagine.